When Satan chose me, did not Satan's God choose me? If Satan is defined as the angel who in Jewish belief is commanded by God to tempt humans to sin, to accuse the sinners, and to carry out God's punishment. So if Satan's God had Satan choose me, then why are you mad with me for revealing myself to be my God by the definition of God, right? For which is the being perfect in power, wisdom, and goodness, who is worshiped, in this case, by the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the United States Bill of Rights, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, and the Civil Rights Act of 1964 in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida as the ruler and creator of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the statutory law, the United States Declaration of Independence, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, and the Florida Constitution. If they were written before, and then I wrote them in self-defense yesterday, which has allowed you all to watch 15 years of my tomorrow to be taken, then do you not see that my God and Satan's God is in a battle to stop you all from sinning? See, so now, am I then the rebellious angel who in Christian belief is the adversary of God, for whom, according to Jewish belief, commanded Satan to tempt me to sin? So see, this is what I'm saying. In the spiritual world, what would a human be if the human is not anti-spiritual? So see, that's why I never wanted to be in church, because it's a world that's not in the world that I'm in. See, they teach you to stay out of the world, but once you come out of the church, what world are you in? See, but now when your pastor come out of the church, see, he is not in your world, he is in his Father's world. See, because in his Father's house, there is many mansions. See, not many rooms. See, in your house, you don't have enough rooms for the people in your house. But the Bible says that in their Father's house, it's many mansions. See, so that's not a house with few bedrooms. That's a mansion with 30 bedrooms, 15 bedrooms, 10 bedrooms. You see what I'm saying? So if the person who lives in the mansion, right, is telling you that in his Father's house there are many mansions, well, why he not showing you how to live in his Father's house, which would be a mansion? You see what I'm saying? But now, here I am telling you that the covenant that Adam broke in the spiritual world, that created two worlds, one in the spirit, that you believe that a serpent made Eve have Adam by the fruit, and now I, who is in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, freeing my people through the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law and the Civil Rights Act of 1964, and now my people is now questioning my sanity. See what I'm saying? And now they saying that I shouldn't question their love. I'm saying, well, if you're questioning my sanity without reading the evidence of my love for you, I'm saying, well, man, when you thought I was crazy because of what was happening to me, I was taking what was happening to me and trying to bless you. I still was thinking about you. But I'm asking you, well, when have you thought about me? See, you thought the worst of me. See, you put me away, and I was trying to give you a way out of the ignorance that I saw you in. And then you wanted me to believe what you believe. And I'm saying, well, now I need to ask you, am I the rebellious angel who in Christian belief is the adversary of God and the Lord of evil in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida? Or in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida? But according to the scriptures, Jesus was in the judgment hall before you made him Christ. You took him into the judgment hall, your spiritual world. See, that's what the scriptures say. The leaders of your spiritual world took Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee, for whom was in the flesh, to the judgment hall to get him crucified. And now they are selling you his story. But is it his story or is it hiding their story? Because they still living off the poor. See, they still living in mansions and beautiful palaces, right? But what are you getting other than the story of salvation? But are you saved? Can you go into the judgment hall and come out like Jesus didn't? See, but now you're mad with me because I did what they said Moses did, and Moses wrote the Torah, and now I've written over 100 books. See, so what, Moses wrote, 5 books, right? I've written over 100 books because you have given me 15 years, and because I wouldn't take your spiritual world as my world. And I'm saying, man, I'm not trying to die. I'm not trying to see Jesus. See, you trying to see Jesus. See, I'm trying to go back home to my wife and my kids. But see, now I'm stuck in your understanding, right? So now I'm saying, then are the high priest Caiaphas' descendants, the Pharisees, the chief priests, the high priests, the scribes, and the elders of the people, are they not Satan? See, are they not the angels who in Jewish belief is commanded by God to tempt humans to sin, to accuse the sinners, and to carry out God's punishment? If they are the ones who, if the high priest Caiaphas, the Pharisees, the chief priests, the high priests, the scribes, and the elders in the temple in Jerusalem are the ones who plotted against Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee, then was they not commanded by God? Because they were the religious leaders, just like the religious leaders are now saying that they commanded by Jesus, right? God is my co-pilot. Jesus is my, see? So now, would not they then be Satan, as Jesus said that Peter was Satan? Because they are taking up the money, but they not doing the work, just like the high priest Caiaphas. See, if now is then is now. So all you have to do is look at who is now what they appear to be then. And you will see that the same thing is happening now that was happening then. It's just on a grander scale, but then it was as grand as it could be. See, when I first was born, churches wasn't as big as they are now. Then they started growing a little bit bigger. But those churches that became big when I was a kid, man, they ain't nothing now. And those churches was considered mega churches. And they might have seated maybe 100 people. See, but now, man, they can seat 3,000, 10,000, 20,000. Those are called auditoriums. See what I'm saying? But would not the world be bigger than a building? So see, if I'm born to save the world, then wouldn't I have to do what Jesus said and now show you that each building is a stone, that Jesus said not one stone will be left standing upon another that won't be cast down inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, and then again in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. So why would you pay money now when I offered my divine wisdom to you at no cost? See, so how is a tithe and a offering the same thing? So let's break that down. Offering. Because I offered my knowledge. Look, this is the act of one who offers. So see, my offering, I didn't give it in church because that would have been for Caesar. See, I would have been giving you Caesar's subscription. It's just the presidents and the treasury and the people who the United States Treasury Department put on their money, right? But during the time of Jesus, only Caesar's face was on the money. So see, if then is now, like now is then the money that you give would have had Caesar's face on it, like the money that you give now have the faces of those people whom you give it in, right? So if you give whatever denomination you give, that face is on their money. So that, how is that not Caesar-like? See, so now, where is Christ-like in that offering? See, so you offering Caesar's subscription to God. That's not what Jesus said. He said, give Caesar what's due Caesar. Now, when I'm in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, I gave Caesar his money. See what I'm saying? In accord with Amendment 14, Section 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? So I went through, that's why you can't hold no elections or none of that. Because when you run an election, then you have took history off of its legal course. So see, America has never followed the laws of America because America has always enslaved a portion of its citizens. Whether it was white women, and black men, see, or then they gave women and white women more rights, and see, so it was never equitable, right? And so we are fighting the inequities in our lives, but we say the justice system. But I'm showing y'all that there is no loopholes in the law. See, let me show you a loophole. A means of escape. See, there is no means of escape in the law, not the written law, because it is what it is. But where the loophole come in is the plot. See what I'm saying? So when the state and your lawyer plot together, that's where the loophole is. So that's why the law does not take precedence over the situation. The judge and the prosecuting attorney and your lawyer then circumvent or avert the justice system. See, they then become the law. So see, when somebody like me, who mother told him that if he wanted to be a lawyer, he learned the law, and when it's time for him to be a lawyer, he'll be one, and he do what his mother told him to do. And then his father tell him that if he ever get into trouble, go to the law library. See, they armored him, which is me, for whom was born in a position of poverty, but had a destiny that was worth its weight in gold. So as I grew into my value, then I knew that my value was worth more than the world itself. See, because if I was born to deliver the world, then I had to be willing to sacrifice the world that I was born to deliver. Because if I did not defeat Satan, right, then Satan would have got away in the loopholes. See what I'm saying? So now, this is what I'm finna now tell you, back it up with scripture, and I'm gonna use the Quran and the Bible, and I'm showing you where I paid this debt, and with the with this amendment here, with Amendment 16, which I didn't finish because I be getting, boy, I tell you, that's why I say I don't understand preachers, man, but they ain't talking about themselves, so they don't understand the joy of overcoming. But it's the United States Constitution, Amendment 16, and I'm gonna try to read it all the way through. The United States, the Congress shall have power to lay and collect taxes on incomes from whatever source derived, without apportionments among the several states. So see, it doesn't matter what like my money is my money, your money and your money in your state. Each state got its own treasury. See, each state has its own prosperity in its own hands. This is what this means. See, but the federal government levy a tax on each individual citizen. That's what this is talking about. So the federal government can then protect each state. So that's why when you get caught up in the feds, you fighting all 50 states and territories. You have violated the Constitution. See, so that's why I'm now charging the elected officials in the state of Florida for violating the Constitution. And now I'm levying, I'm paying Caesar Augustus tax that he levied on the whole world. I'm paying it with the time that I spent defending the written word. See? And so now I am now a state among several states. See what I'm saying? Like 4 councils is a state, it's a territory, it's a nation, it's a kingdom. See, it's whatever it need to be in the region that is in. See, like I'm whatever I need to be. If you a citizen, I'm a citizen. If you an elected official, I'm an elected official. If you a veteran, I'm a veteran. See what I'm saying? If you a king, I'm a king. Because on August 12, 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, I rose to every level I needed to rise to. See, so now, if you say I am not at your level, then you need to come into court to see what level you on when you talking to me. See what I'm saying? Because when I tell you that I'm above your level, then you try to threaten me. But I'm telling you, at your level, you can't do that without having to come to court and then, in self-defense, because I'm in self-defense of the nation. See, I'm defending we the people, and you are defending yourself. And I'm just telling you that I'm more than me. I'm the people. See, I'm the Florida Constitution, so I'm the citizens in the state of Florida. So when you threaten me, you threaten every citizen in the state of Florida. That's all I'm telling you. See, but you think it's crazy. But okay, let me show you what I'm saying. So the state, and without regard to any census, now census, let me show you what that means. See, so it's regardless of census. A count of the population and a property evaluation in early Rome. See, so it doesn't matter how many people. So that's when it go to me and Caesar. See what I'm saying? Or me and Pharaoh. Or me and whoever the leader is. See, that's when I rose past the level of a citizen. Then I rose to the level of a king, then a god, then a deity, and then whatever, an emperor, or see, whatever you are, I have proven that I am at your level. And I went into court and proved myself to be myself. So when it say, I am who I am, see, I'm saying, I am who I am. See what I'm saying? So when Moses say, tell them I am sent you, then I'm telling you I am who I am. See, I did it. Nobody else. See, so Moses said, tell them I am did it. I'm saying I am who I am. So you can come into the civil and criminal courthouses and debate it with me, but you will be debating with my history. See, you won't be debating personally with me. You will be debating with me from when I started debating for the people. And that's when you will see that you is against the people and the people should be with me. See, and that's when you will realize the danger you in. When all the citizens of the state of Florida against you. And now we're not going to put you in jail because you threatened me. That's attempted murder, conspiracy to commit murder. See? And we at war. So ain't no trials. You done already been tried and sentenced. That's what I'm telling you. Because you killed my son. So every time we interact with each other, you on trial. Because I'm looking for who killed my son. So now you aiding and abetting them in getting away. See, you the loophole. And I'm removing you out of the justice system. So now the justice system is supposed to be looking for you. Because you a loophole. See? So now, see, but then what did you try to tell a fool that don't know what they doing? See, they don't know what they in. And they thinking that they got power that they don't have. See? So, or numeration, right? So now let's look up numeration. And then I'm going to read it again. I'm gonna read it again because I'm breaking it down. Okay, numeration. The act or process of making or starting a list of things one after another. Also the list itself. So see, that's how the Exodus of Moses started, with Moses listening to the Lord in the burning bush that sent him back into Egypt. Well, see, I'm telling you that my numeration started with the church telling me, asking me a question, what I was gonna do when I growed up. I was 6 years old. I said I was gonna save my people. They whooped me. Then I went to first grade. They asked me what I was gonna do when I growed up. I said I was gonna be a lawyer. They told me I couldn't be a lawyer. Then I went to my mother crying, and she asked me what I was crying for, and they said I couldn't be a lawyer. And then she said, to learn the laws, and when it's time for you to be a lawyer, you'll be one. And then I got in trouble when I was 14. My mama made me write my daddy, who went to prison when I was 12. He told me about the law library. See my numeration? See how I'm gathering a list of things? See, so now my time gathering all these things that I'm listing, now I'm charging America with the tax in accordance to, see, I'm levying the tax, and I'm paying the tax that Caesar Augustus levied on the whole world with my numeration, which my list of things that I accumulated along my life. Now the knowledge of those things I am now using, but the time that I'm spending is my treasure, because you took my youth. See, you have taken 15 years of my life's time. So either Satan was going to have me in prison spending these same 15 years, or I had to spend these 15 years productive to prove that I am on every level in this universe. See, not just in this world. See, if I am the ruler of the universe, then I have to rise to the level of the universe, right? So now, if you coming on your level, then how do you know what level I'm on if you don't come into the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole or Orange counties in the state of Florida, or inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida? Right? Because if you could go get on Jesus' level, then you would go, because you all go to Jerusalem in search of the judgment hall, in search of the temple. See, but over 2,000 years, that stuff gone. See, but if you all don't preserve where my judgment hall, where I gave judgment, then see, it's going to be just like 2,000 years from now when they come back looking for Jesus. Well, y'all done tore the evidence down. See, you done stole my house. And I'll see how y'all, Satan, who commanded by God to deceive the next generation, because y'all can tell the truth, but you refuse to. But anyway, this is what I did so my great-great-grandchildren will have the necessary resources to do what I need them to do. So this is Amendment 16 of the United States Constitution, and I done broke it down, so I'm just going to read it in its entirety. The Congress shall have the power to lay and collect taxes on incomes from whatever source derived, without apportionments among the several states and without regard to any census or numeration, right? And then this is what I paid in this spiritual world. Wait a minute, I gotta go back, because I had, so this right here is another tab. Okay, yeah. Okay, now this is Luke 2. This is called the birth of Jesus. This is Luke 2 verses 1 through 7, that says, "And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. And this taxing was first made when Cyrenius, Cyrenius, was governor of Syria. And all went to be taxed, everyone in his own city. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth in Judea, unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David, to be taxed with Mary, his espoused wife, being great with child. And so it was that while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there were no room for him in the inn." So that is the tax, because Caesar Augustus levied a tax on the whole world. Your Lord and Savior was born in a manger, but your church take up tithes, but have yet to build a place. so your Lord and Savior won't be born in a manger. Show me one black hospital. See, so this is what I'm telling other people. See, I'm talking to my people as I talk to the world. And I'm showing my people that they are the lost tribe because of the information that they mentally digest. So see, if you saying I'm racist for putting my people on a legal path, then I'm saying you racist for taking them off one. See what I'm saying? So see, so who is God and who is Satan's God? See, it's two gods. I'm saying I'm the God of my people. And I'm saying according to your beliefs, if you're Jewish or you're Christian, it's a God, and you either following a God in name only, because your examples of that of Satan, or you're Satan commanded by God, for whom you call whatever you call it. See what I'm saying? But I am who I am, and I'm showing you the laws of my time that shows that I have done what these people said, right? And then I'm undoing what the crime did, right? Because by them having to leave with, that man didn't even care that she was 9 or 8 months pregnant. She had to walk. There wasn't no cars. They had to walk from Galilee to Bethlehem. That might induce her pregnancy. She got to give baby. She got to get this man birth in where animals eat. Right? Now, my daughter wanted to be a doctor at 6 years old, and that is what caused her father to want to build hospitals, and he used Amendment 16 in which to turn his time defending his daughter's dream into the hospitals that she envisioned herself working in. So her father had a plan to build her a hospital because she gave her daddy her vision of what she wanted. So now, if her daddy is her God, then when she told her daddy that, why wouldn't her daddy then build a hospital? Why would her daddy have her, who is his seed, working for Satan if he God? Right? So now, I'm going to go a little long because I want to get my Muslim brothers in and children in, and sisters as well. So I'm in chapter 33 of the Shihi International Version of the Holy Quran, verses 1 through, I think I was at 8, right? No, 6. Now, let me see. Yeah, no, I'm going to go to, it's going to be a little long, so y'all might not want to listen to it, but I'm going to go to 1 through 15 of 33. And it say, O prophet, fear Allah, and do not obey the disbelievers and the hypocrites. Indeed, Allah is ever knowing and wise. And follow that which is revealed to you from your Lord. Indeed, Allah is ever of what you do aware. And rely upon Allah, and sufficient is Allah as disposers of affairs. Allah has not made for a man two hearts in his interior, and he has not made your wives, whom you declare unlawful, by the expression you are to me like the back of my mother. Such an oath taken against approaching one's wife was a pre-Islamic practice declared by Allah to be a sin requiring expedition as described in, so let me see, expedition, So yeah, cause see, I don't want to be putting this stuff you don't need. Hell, if you don't know what it means, you know what I mean? So you can look it up. Let me see. Expiate. See, but expiate. That's what it is, right? So and it's to make amends for to extinguish the guilt incurred by, and to put an end to. So that's what that means. See, so that's what I'm saying, man. Like, I'm learning while I'm teaching y'all. You see what I'm saying? So this ain't me saying this. This is what this is saying to me. You see what I'm saying? And now I'm telling it to y'all the best I can. So it say your mothers, and he has not made your claims, i.e. adopted sons, your true sons. That is merely your saying by your mouths, but Allah says the truth, and he guides to the right way. See, that's what I'm telling y'all. Like, I'm saying, man, I'm just telling you my way, and my way got me here testifying. So call them, those children under your care, by the names of their fathers. See, so I'm going to get your religious understanding, see? And it is more just in the sight of Allah. But if you do not know their fathers, then they are still your brothers in religion, see? But y'all reject me. I didn't reject y'all, see? But you got to come in court now to see who you rejected. Because you don't believe that I am who I say I am, but come into court and risk everything to find out. That's what I had to do to prove it. I had to risk everything. But if you do not know their fathers, then they are still your brothers in religion and those entrusted to you, which is me. And there is no blame unto you for that in which you have erred, but only for what your hearts intended, and ever is Allah forgiving and merciful. So you saying that your God is going to forgive me for loving you in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12, 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, and as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. But he's not going to punish Satan's God for getting Satan to tempt me to hate you, to get me to hurt you. But now he's gonna punish me for educating you with my truth. See, that's what I don't understand. But anyway, this is what you believe. The prophet is more worthy of the believers than themselves. He is more worthy of their obedience and loyalty, and is more concerned for them than they are for one another. Man, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12, 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, that's when I took responsibility for my people's actions. That's when I said, hey man, you got my people acting this way. See, that's when I was speaking to Satan's God and showing that Satan's God is an angel that's rebelling against my God according to Christian belief. So now that's two beliefs. That's Jewish belief and Christian belief, that I'm showing that Satan has a God and that Satan then is a rebellious angel against my God, for whom is me. But now you against me, so you got to be Satan, right? According to your belief. Now, and his wives are in the position of their mothers, and those of blood relation are more entitled to the inheritance in the decree of Allah than the believers and the immigrants, except that you may do to your close associates a kindness through bequest. That was in the book, the preserved slate. Inscribed. That's what it's showing me. That's why I like this. It breaks it down. Now, so you bequest. Now let's look at bequest. So we won't have no wondering what we talking about. Bequest, the act of giving or leaving something by will. So now, the founders of the state of Florida, as well as the founders of the United States of America, left by bequeath. Let's make sure bequest. By bequest. Bequest. I was right. By bequest, right? The Florida Constitution, the United States, well, all constitutions of the states, of the individual states and territories, as well as the United States Constitution, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory laws in all states and territories, and the Civil Rights Act of 1964, right? As a will, right? So now, if I use those documents to then defend the prosperity in America, then how am I not the owner of America's prosperity that I defended? See, but you know, like I say, if we gonna lie today, tomorrow gonna be just the lie you telling today. Now, okay, let's see. Wait a minute. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, then I'm forgiving the prophet themselves. And okay, read more. Okay, now then this is 7. And mention, O Muhammad, when we took from the prophets their covenant, and from you, and from Noah, and Abraham, and Moses, and Jesus, the son of Mary, and we took from them a solemn covenant, that he may question the truthful about their truth. See, so now I'm using these same scriptures. See, mention, O Muhammad, when we took from the prophets their covenant. See, so I'm telling you their covenant, giving you my covenant, and from you, and from Noah, and Abraham, and Moses, and Jesus, the son of Mary, and we took from them a solemn covenant in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties and Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12, 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. See, that's when my covenant was established with my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandchildren on into infinity, but I chose to defend my friends, my family, and the generation against the Satan that I encountered in the midst of the Garden of Eden. But now you judge me without judging yourself. See, now you're supposed to be judged to your truth according to chapter 33, verse 8, that says that he may question the truthful about their truth. So I am he now questioning you about your truth. See? Now, you can question me about my truth in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida. That's where you will be able to read the charges against you that I have legally leveled against you for questioning me. See? Now, i.e. that he may ask the prophets what they conveyed to their people and what response they received. The truthful may also refer to those who believe in the message conveyed by the prophets and imparted it on to others. See, so now you're supposed to come into the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, and then now speak what you've been speaking, and it's supposed to save you. But see, you'll be speaking to me, right? But I'll be speaking from 39, 40, 41, but I'm 54. So when you gonna get up to 54? You're not gonna make it out of court. How you gonna make it out of court? I made it out of court at 39. Now you gotta make it out of court with me at 39. How you gonna do that? See, so that's what I'm saying, man. How do y'all get, how do you get out of your own belief now when you done miss your court date? Now you trying to kill me. See, now look, and they may question the truthful, and he may question the truthful about their truth, and he has prepared for the disbelievers a painful punishment in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. And again in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. See, you miss your court date, but you keep on acting as if you are the one that's supposed to lead. But you're not leading them out of court like I did and like Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt. See, you are keeping them comfortable in the dark. See, now this is 9. O you who have believed, remember the favor of Allah upon you when armies come to attack you. And we sent upon them a wind and armies of angels you did not see. See, that's the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the United States Bill of Rights. the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, and the Civil Rights Act of 1964 in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12, 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, and then in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. So you will be safe like Moses put the blood on the post. So you will be safe in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world, because I defended the good in you. See, now if you allow the bad in you to kill the good in you, then that is why your body is fit to be put on the cross. See, because you now are in an insurrection against the goodness in you. See, so Armageddon is inside your mind, and you are allowing bad to override good. And I'm showing you the example of being good. See, you don't have to be soft. You just have to be precise. You have to be absolute. See, that's what my mama was telling me. She never told me not to do it. She just told me how to do it. See, that's what I'm saying. But anyway, of you and ever is Allah of what you do seeing. So, and ever is Allah of what you do seeing. So that means he forever seeing what you do. Remember, when they came at you from above you and from below you, and when eyes shifted in fear and hearts reached the throats, and you assumed about Allah various assumptions, there the believers were tested and shaken with a severe shakening in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. And this is 12. And remember when the hypocrites and those whose hearts is diseased said Allah and his messengers did not promise us except delusions in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world. This is 13. And when a faction of them said, "O people of Yahrib," now this is Yatrib, the name by which, and this Al-Madinhs, who's known before the arrival of the prophet. So that's the person who was before the prophet Muhammad. There is no stability for you here, so return home. And a party of them asked permission of the prophet, saying, indeed our houses are exposed, i.e. unprotected, while they were not exposed. They did not intend to flee. See, they did not intend except to flee. So now, see, so that means that our house exposed except unprotected in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida. So when they knew that I took the law from them, they started fleeing right into the hoods, because now they got a lie, so the lie can then precede the truth, and now the truth is distorted because they know that the truth defeated them in court. But if you don't believe the truth in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world, then the devil has a place here on earth in your understanding. See? So now, it's getting kind of long. And if they had been entered unto from all its surroundings, regions, and fitness, now this fitna, this Fitnah, i.e. disbelief, had been demanded of them, they would have done it and not hesitated over it except but briefly. See, so that means like people didn't believe in me, That hesitation is what caused the wave. Now, see, they caught up in their disbelief, okay? And they have already promised Allah before not to turn their backs, i.e. flee. See, but they did, right? And ever is the promise to Allah that about which one will be questioned in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. So see, you missed your court date, but you're still professing to be a believer. So now you need to come into the courthouse and then prove yourself worthy of yourself. That's what they're saying. Say, oh Muhammad, this is 16. Never will fleeing benefit you if you should flee from death or killing. And then if you did, you would not be given enjoyment of life except for a little. See, that's what I was telling my wife. If I let them break me mentally, then I'll be broken mentally forever. So if I defend my mind, now I'm gonna break my enemy eternally. See, so I had to use my mind to break the yoke that was trying to break my mind mentally. See what I'm saying? So now I have a mental battle that I have legally won that I must try to explain within a spiritual world. See, so I have to go inside your spiritual understanding to break down my enemy to you, for whom may or may not be my enemy. So I have to talk through my enemy to those who could subdue my enemy. See, so now say, this is 17. Say, who is it that can protect you from Allah in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, i.e. prevent the will of Allah from being carried out in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails and prisons all over the world. If he intends for you an ill or intends for you a mercy, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as inside the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. And then somebody in the state of Florida killed my son. So now, what ill do you think I now attend for the state of Florida? Because it say if he intends for you an ill or intends for you a mercy. So I intended for you mercy, but you caused me an ill. Now, if you caused me an ill, why are you healthy? And they will not find for themselves besides Allah any protector or any helper in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. Already Allah knows the hinderers, those who dissuade others from supporting the Prophet in battle in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world. Among you and those hypocrites who say to their brothers, come to us, rather than joining the Prophet, and do not go to battle, except for a few who went out of the interior motives, indisposed, literally, stingingly, i.e. unwilling to offer any help towards you, in hoods, projects, in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world. And when fear comes, you see them looking at you, their eyes revolving like one being overcome by death. But when fear departs, they lash you with sharp tongues, which y'all did, boy, indisposed towards any good. See, any good, indisposed. Boy, that's how y'all are. Those have not believed, so Allah has rendered their deeds worthless, and ever is that for Allah easy in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, for which makes it really no need for him to do it in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. But because he is who he is, he did what he did, and he did it to prove that I am who I am.